Good evening, people. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday, February 6th, 2024. We are glad to be in the land of the living a little bit another way. But however, God has set fit that we're here tonight. Let somebody know that we are live right now on the Facebook page. We are live on the YouTube channel, same name of the show. Please like, share, and subscribe. We are live on Twitch, and formerly known as Twitter is now the letter X. Exactly. Please let somebody know that we are here tonight. You don't want to miss this conversation. Am I biased? Of course I am. Of course, I feel like we have some of the dopest guests on this show. I can't even range from, the regular 9 to 5 person, stay at home, celebrities, you name it, I've had them. So, however, tonight, I have celebrities of their own. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might not know them yet, but you should know them. Again, I know them, but I'll tell y'all later how I know them. They are some dope people, dope married people at that. They are let me see, second or third couple that I've had on this year. I felt like this year was going to be about Black love. Displaying love, not only love for one another, but love for what you do. It's very important. You can't just be doing stuff just to be doing it. You got to really love and have a passion for it. Yes. And so tonight we have this wonderful couple. I'm going to read their happily made short bio that I had to cut up myself because people don't know what short bio means. So I'm going to skip around in their bio. Y'all can fill in. Oh, you can't fill in because I'm not saying the whole thing. But however, we're going to get it in this wonderful bio that I chopped and screwed. Okay? So, if I find out what I just did, devil, you is a lie and the truth ain't in you because I just had that paper. Ooh, wee.
You sitting on it?
No. And that's the funny part. I literally just had it because, I like to read over.
You did.
Things. But ain't that something? Well, while I'm trying to find this bio, which is crazy, I'm going to go off the dome. So this husband and wife duo, they analyze some of the things we love to watch. So there's movies and there's TV series and all these wonderful things that they have become experts in. Short-lived of when they met, within the same year they were married. Huh? It happens. You know when you know. You know what I'm saying? You know when you know. Because, God ain't going to never leave you ignorant. You be like, ooh, yeah, that one. So they became their own type of movie, okay? I don't know if stars went out or, the glow. I don't know what it was. But however, they knew. So we are Married to Film. I knew where it was. Married to Film, a husband and wife reaction team where we analyze and react to movies and TV series. Let us take you through our love for cinema and how it all began. I am drawn in already. Ralph, a Detroit native and self-taught chef, brings his passion for cooking and all things Detroit to our channel. He is a movie enthusiast and a fan of the Red Wings, Tigers, Pistons, and the Winning Lions. Shamanda, on the other hand, is North Carolina girl living in Michigan world. Aww. She is the animated one, a talented writer of plays, books, and spoken word. Together, we bring a unique blend of perspectives to our movie reactions and life at that. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to skip to my Lou. You can expect honest and insightful reactions to various movies and Married to Film. Whether it's a thought-provoking drama, an action-packed blockbuster, or a heartwarming romance, we dive deep into the storytelling, scenography, and performances. Our goal is to provide you with an entertaining and educational experience. We aim to spark discussions. If I can read, we aim to spark discussions, share our knowledge, and create a community of movie lovers with the appreciation of the magic of cinema. Tonight, I know I used to have some claps and stuff. I don't know what happened to it. However,
we got it.
Praise the Lord. So tonight, we welcome Shamanda and Ralph Dutton. I am so excited because it's y'all. Oh. There are many people on this earth who I appreciate their energy. You guys are a few. And I love it. So, for you guys out in Wonderland, I work with these two. Not technically, I don't, but we're all in the same building.
Yes.
And one particular day, I was on one end of the building. I didn't even know their area even existed, okay?
True statement.
And my area, the managers got kicked out of the area that we were in. And so lo and behold, they put us in the office down from transportation. And I found out that there were more Black people that worked here. They were hiding us.
She found the cool kids.
And I was like, hey, where y'all been? And then eventually I was no longer in my own office anymore. I was in one of their offices, like literally 6 hours of the day.
We ain't gonna tell on you though.
Maybe I'm gonna give them 5. Maybe 5 hours. I was in one of their offices, like, yeah, I ain't gonna work. I can't. I'm entertained right now, and
right.
Get over it. So that's what happened, and then God intervened, and we began to talk. And I actually liked Shamanda the first day I met her. It was like, yeah, I'm not talking to you. So yeah, so it was like one of those moments where you like, wow, there's a twin. I didn't even know I had a twin. Somebody we can finish each other's sentences. We already on the same wavelength with almost everything. It's like, this is really weird. Yeah. And the more I spend time with her in her office, while I'm not I found that we have the love for entertainment. And that's movies, that's TV series, and then her writing skills, her writing ability. And I was like, wow, okay, I get it now. We supposed to team up.
That part.
And we will get into that shortly, but I wanted you guys to know how I know them. And a little tidbit, someone I work with was like, the Duntons are the benchmark for couples. Wow. That was their work.
Wow.
You guys.
I want to ask. Who said that? Wow.
You are considered the benchmark where on surface or out, whatever, people see a balanced life with you guys. Like,
Wow.
the conversations, the playfulness, the display of love, basically, on for others
I don't know. You did.
to see and to inspire to be like.
Yeah.
There's the moment of realness that the world needs to see. This is why it was very impressed on me to show and display love this year more than ever, because the world needs it. However,
Absolutely.
it doesn't necessarily have to come from a pulpit. You are the light that people need.
That's right.
Where you can mingle with any and everybody and still not lose who you are is it's not the easiest thing,
Right.
but God has gifted you guys to be able to do that. So I'll start with that part.
Thank you.
So we're going to get into the beginnings of Married to Film. Where did that unique name, first of all, and then how did we get to that, Shamanda? Oh, Ralph.
Well, if I came up with it, and honestly, it just came to me because I watch YouTube a lot. I used to watch other people talk about movies, give their reviews, their reactions, and everything. And I'm like, man, me and Shamana could do that. We got so many inside jokes, and just while we watching movies, we're hilarious with each other. I'm like, we could do that. And I'm like, man, what could I call it? Like, and Married to Film just popped in my head. And this is 2017. Yeah, it just popped in my head. And then I brought it to Shamanda. You know, she was skeptical. You know what she is with a lot of stuff. With a lot of stuff. And then I think the first one was on a webcam. I think I got a webcam
in the nursery.
And it was just us with two chairs, and we did our review for Creed. So that was the first Creed movie. So that was the first review we did on our channel.
I thought it was a good idea because we didn't have a green screen at the time, and the nursery color is green.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, we could just do it in the nursery because the walls is already green and blah, blah, blah. I'm not thinking that you need the green screen to add life to the actual the background, but I wasn't thinking. But yeah, it was two folding chairs.
Yeah, right.
No, I think I was in a glider. I was in a glider, and you had a folding chair, and it was pretty awkward for the first one. But we loved it. I mean, we loved it. Movies is our thing.
Yeah, since day one.
Since our dating days and up till now. I mean, that's what we know. We're comfortable with. And analyzing is not a hard thing. Anybody who watch a movie, don't go in there. Don't shut the door and da 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 da. And we just wanted to make it a thing. Like literally make it a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Married to Film was birthed March 18th.
2017.
So yeah, that's how it started.
So how does it feel to when you get reactions from people reacting to you of you seeing a certain movie or a film and you say what you say? How does that feel? Or what do you guys think about that?
Well, personally, for me, it feels good to know that there are people out there that share your same tastes and laugh at the same things you do, but also point out things that you may have missed, which is really cool because you really become a community of people pretty much sharing the same love for different films and different TV shows. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And we actually, come across some genuine friendships out of it as well. So that's been a good thing.
Absolutely.
It's
dope.
Yeah, definitely. So I know we have gone through, several movies or a TV series based off somebody else's opinion. You go to see it. One, either you don't like it and they didn't, or two, you was like, were we watching the same movie? Because This movie was horrible, and I'm mad I can't get my time back.
Oh my gosh, time is of the essence for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's okay. So we already know where I'm going with it. Oh my God, if you love this movie, if you love this series, you're gonna love this one. So we started watching this other one.
Mm-hmm.
And the first episode, I was like, what the heck are we watching? But they suggested it. We continue watching it throughout, I don't know how many seasons, three seasons. Horrible.
It was a struggle for her. We never put it on YouTube though.
It stayed on our Patreon.
Yeah.
It didn't make it to YouTube because I promise you my reaction was like this. The whole time. The whole time. And it wasn't a good storyline for one. It has to be captivating from the very first episode, or we don't really want to watch it. But of course, people are going to suggest things, and of course, their tastes are different than ours. But the longer they know us as far as a community, then they know what to suggest. Hopefully, yeah. Because now they still like, oh, you're going to watch horror? We were like, no, we do not watch horror movies. So, but yes, I mean, it's a learning experience, but it's, your palate is not my palate, but together we'll find something funny out of it. If not, then we can't continue. Flat out. It's boring. It didn't do anything for us.
Let's go with what is maybe one of your favorite movies that you guys have analyzed together. Favorite and the least.
Well, I already know the least is look, I don't even know the name of the show. The least is The Leftovers, which is a series. By far the least favorite. Not even, I wouldn't even put favorite in that sentence. Just the least of one of the things that were suggested. As far as our favorites, we have a lot because we just did anime for the first time and we just finished Attack on Titan. I suggested to everybody on the earth.
It was really good.
It was really good. I mean, the writing, everything. I mean, gory, okay. It was good though. My favorite right now, I have two, besides Attack on Titan, but two other ones, Lost and Better Call Saul.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. And the thing with this weird with Lost is that going into it, we heard that people hated the ending. And we loved the ending.
Yeah.
We thought the ending was pretty cool. So
it's ABC.
Yeah.
ABC. It started in 2004. Ooh.
That's when it started. Yeah.
It started in 2004. And of course we saw it really late.
Yeah.
But
we didn't see it until 2021.
Yeah.
I think that's when we started reacting to it.
And The Walking Dead. And The Walking Dead was one of our favorites too. That was one of our actual very first series that we reacted to.
Oh, that was the first series.
That was the first series.
Walking
before
Dead.
That, it was just movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It was just movies before that. So The Walking Dead was our very first one. I think we got 1,000 subscribers off of that one alone. And we've been building since then. So movies, we're still getting around to favorite movies, but we got so many that we love.
Yeah,
that we may not have reacted to.
I know,
because
we got favorite movies that we got inside jokes for, and just
for everything.
Everything.
For everything.
So with you guys, analyzing these different movies and series, as a creative, what do you take from that?
Ooh-wee. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's good.
I do take a lot of notes from off of what we're watching. It's not as in a comparison to what I may do, but the storylines. Because right now I'm trying to figure out an easier way to do dialogue, conversation pieces. Whereas, as far as interactions in different scenes, I do mostly monologues because I'm always in deep thought, and that's how I write. However, with watching something that has beautiful dialogue, beautiful storyline, the actors and actresses, they kill it every time they're on the screen. It makes me think of angles. It makes me think of their interaction and how to evoke emotion. You know what I'm talking about. How to evoke those emotions, because I can cry in a heartbeat. But like, you can just think of anything beautiful, or anyone beautiful, anyone who has ever touched your heart, and it's something that can evoke that type of emotion. But I love, if anyone has ever seen, I don't know if you've ever seen Jane the Virgin, which was a show on ABC, NBC. But those chicks on that show, they can cry their heart out. I cried almost every episode, but it makes me think about, how can I evoke that type of emotion on screen while someone else is watching something that I've written? And how impactful it can be. Hoping that it can be a positive impact instead of a negative. So it does get to me a little bit. It makes me want to write a little bit, or even catchphrases or something from it, and it can go from there. So I love it, but it has to be interesting. I won't watch it, but yeah, for me,
I think I pay attention a lot to like the score of a movie or a series, because it adds so much to it without you even realize it. So like in some movies and TV shows, certain characters, they have their certain theme that'll play whenever they're on screen, that you'll notice, or whenever there's like a traveling scene, like there's a certain music they play. And I will tell you right now, my favorite score from any show, any movie, anywhere is Lost. I think the composer's name is Michael. Well, besides John Williams, and if people know who John Williams is, he's done Star Wars theme, the Superman theme. Because when you hear those, you know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And Superman theme still gets me to this day, because it's perk you right on up. But for the TV show Lost, the score was amazing. Just the different sound effects that they introduced to a scene to evoke emotion, like Shamanda said.
Yeah.
And then you I'm a nerd in some ways, because I would rather buy DVDs so I can look at the behind the scenes of everything and see how they did this sound effect or how they did that. But I focus a lot on the score, the cinematography aspect of it, how they use lighting in certain scenes really come out to me, because I did take a couple classes in that, so I got a deeper insight into how those kind of work a little bit. So those things really get me as a creative.
Love the score. Michael G is an amazing
Michael Giacchini, I think, is his whole name.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get both sides.
Right. I think a lot of people, if you're not purposeful or intentional in when you go see a movie, you'll miss all of that. As people say in the creative world, somebody has a paintbrush and they're just painting, different strokes in different parts. You might stop and take a moment and then come back to the drawing board. You won't pay attention to it. You just looking at the film. I found it not ironic, but I think as a teenage person and really, really loving 80s movies on up. Yes, that to me was the era of some great films. Some of them you try to go back and watch, you'd be like, why did we watch this again?
Right.
This stuff is like cheesy, but at the time, that's all you had was, whatever they were trying to do at the time. I find that every movie, almost everything that I've watched, I can see God's beauty in everything.
Absolutely.
He has a message in there. And when you try to explain it to other people, they'd be looking at you like, what? Are we watching the same movie? Like, you don't see the underlying thing that he's trying to tell you? Like, but as we always stated too, I I guess I want to say the conspiracy theory.
Mm.
Like it's
But we
certain,
know.
yeah, it's certain
Yeah.
things that are right there in front of your face, but you're missing it because you just think it's a movie.
Right. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a whole fact.
Yeah.
And that was one of the main reasons why I don't do horror movies.
That part.
Oh yeah.
Because we think, well, I don't, but some people think it's just the movie, and it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I agree.
we know.
Yeah. Like I used to watch horror movies all the time growing up.
Yeah.
All the time. And none of them, a couple of them did stick with me because used to always find like scary movies on anytime, especially like in the 80s. They used to always come on all the time. All the time. Even when we would go to Blockbuster and just get random movies that were horror movies and watch them. You know what I mean?
Blockbuster.
My bad. I showed my age. My bad.
Blockbuster. These younglings know nothing about going to a store outside of your home and purchasing or renting a VHS. They don't even know what that is.
Long story short, I used to watch them all the time. But as I got older and wiser, and it fell to the wayside. Especially demonic ones. You know what I mean? A lot of them it's just like the slasher stuff.
Movies.
Okay, it's just somebody killing, but there's a lot of demonic stuff. And I started to pick up on it, and I was like, yeah, I can't watch this stuff like that no more.
Even though we know slasher movies has the same spirit,
same thing, but I think when we really stopped is like the Exorcism of Emily Rose.
I didn't watch that.
I know, but I'm just saying we didn't watch. But I just remember the trailer and how she's like bent over backwards and all that.
You ain't even got. Why you gotta say it? Why you gotta say it?
But around that time, I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, that I think we were in the movies for Aquaman, this last Aquaman, and they did the previews for this last Exorcist that came out, where you have to choose between the two girls. I said, nope, I'm not. Nope, I couldn't. First of all, I was forbidden to watch the first one.
Right.
I tried to do it anyway. And when it got to the spinning heads and vomiting green stuff, yeah,
it was hard-headed.
I can't do it. Just the fact that what it invoked it was fear. And of course, we know that God didn't give us the spirit of fear. I don't care how you fearing it.
Right.
Yeah.
That wasn't from Him. So I was like, yeah, no, I like peaceful sleep.
There you go.
I don't want no nightmares.
Yeah.
No, thank you. So as a grown woman, I'm not watching it.
Yeah.
I prefer it not be in my house, but somebody likes to watch it.
I wanted to mention, since you were talking about movies, how we will watch a movie and we will ignore certain things in the movie because it's really not about that one thing. It's about something else. And they make that other thing bigger than the underlying message. The movie Signs with Mel Gibson and Joaquin. I always say his name wrong.
The J aside.
Joaquin. The movie Signs is about forgiveness. I can argue up and down. We can argue about it. But the movie is about forgiveness because he was a preacher and his wife passed away. His wife was in an accident or something happened where it was somebody he had to forgive because she was no longer there and he had kids. But they want to focus on the aliens. But it's about forgiveness. And when I saw it again, like a few years ago, I was watching it and I was like, oh man, this movie ain't even about these aliens. And that movie freaked me out. But I was like, this movie is not about aliens. It is actually about forgiveness. And a lot of people will miss that if they're not really paying attention because they would think that it's all about the aliens. But it's about forgiveness. All throughout the movie. It's always reference to how he reacted and how he's not reacting to that man that's still in the same city or town. that killed his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a preacher. And now he doesn't preach the gospel anymore because he couldn't forgive that man. I'm like, this is some good stuff. Like, who wrote this? Like, who wrote it? But it was good. It was good. It's good to capture those type of movies. You know, look at them once or twice and get a different meaning.
Underlining, thought-provoking discussions that come from different movies. We were talking in the office about Field of Dreams, and I was like, I went home that weekend and watched it again, and all through the movie, to me, was God speaking to you about basically your relationship with Him. If you do this, then I will do this.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was like, I was like, oh, I remember it was about baseball. No.
Yeah.
Right.
That's still a small voice.
Yeah, that small voice. Like, if you listen, and if you really listen, you'll get to the Father, right? I said, God, you better.
Yeah.
And then the point, here's the other kicker. So what was our whole point was to tell somebody, right? To let your light shine, right?
Yeah.
And the girl at the end, his daughter was like, if you build this, they're going to come from miles and miles to, they're going to come. Don't worry. They're going to come. And I'm like, all this time, you trying to get back to your father because you knew you was wrong. How you treated him. And I'm like, God, I thought this was about baseball. He was like, no, it's more than that. And then what did they do? The baseball players went to go get their other friends so they all could play.
Yeah.
You better go testify. You better, what? Huh?
Tell the world.
Huh?
They were a light on a hill. I mean, a hill, light on
in a cornfield.
Yeah,
out in the middle of nowhere.
They were the
going to evangelize. That's what that was. I was like, wow, I would have never saw that. But again, I had to go back, and I felt something as a kid because that was one of my favorite movies. I'm thinking it's about baseball, but then as an older person, a mature person, I saw it a whole different way when I saw it this last time.
Yeah.
Sometimes, your mind has to be in the right space to even enjoy what you're what you're watching, what you're listening to. And one of the things that I want to say it, I've never been to an acting school, but in these exercises that we do in getting ready to perform, you will have to portray your character as if someone in your audience is either blind or deaf.
Yeah. Oh.
What do you mean by that? So there were instances where people they love film. They will love the stage. Yeah. They will go beyond their disability. You're not supposed to be here, but I'm here watching. I can't hear you, but I'm watching your lips. I'm watching your facial expression, your body language, all of this, and come out and say, that was the best performance I ever seen.
Wow.
But you're deaf. How? This is how we have to, as you stated earlier, evoke emotions for people to actually see how you're feeling.
Yeah.
In every moment that you're on stage or you're on camera or whatever. Another instance, the other way around.
Yeah.
I can hear you when the inflections in your voice, they all have a meaning. This is why when we're in English, when they say when you see a period, when you see an exclamation point, your voice is supposed to change.
Yeah.
So if you can't see me, you're supposed to be able to follow along by hearing me.
Yeah.
So I'm not monotone.
Right.
That'll put somebody to sleep.
Okay, listen.
So these emotions come along with knowing your script. So who would have thought in this time we will be where we are when it comes to entertainment? Wow. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Because remember, let's go back to the beginning. Everything was black and white, and it wasn't even sound.
Right.
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 So where we are now,
Right.
Crazy.
they was paying their pennies to go see, what was it, Laura Hardy and all these other people.
Yeah.
No sound, black and white.
Or the albums, the comedians, when they started out, there was no video, but they would do their whole stand up on an album. They'd be in a studio and they would do it that way. So yeah, that puts a whole lot of things in perspective when you're creative, because we have so many different platforms now and so many different avenues, so many different ways that we can express our God-given talent. So it's not just we do it on YouTube, we do it on Instagram, or do a little skit here, do a little skit there, but to evoke that and have someone with disabilities come to you and say that was the best thing I've ever heard, spoken, or felt. All your senses, because we all know that if you're lacking in one sense, it's the other sense that actually takes over and is the most strongest. So if you're deaf, you're visual, you can pick up on things, and vice versa. But body language, shoulders, even relaxing your shoulders or tensing your shoulders, you can tell if a person is relaxed or not. Or watching someone on TV have a panic attack, and I can actually see their chest going up and down, pitter patter. You can feel it. And if you've ever experienced a panic attack, you can know by looking at it, okay, they're stressed out. Okay, they're about to have a panic attack, or they can't breathe right now. And I think that's a key thing. That's a key factor. I've been picking up on that a lot more lately, knowing that someone who has experienced panic attacks and anxiety. So I know where that's coming from, because they're evoking that emotion on me as I'm watching it. That's a powerful thing for an actor or an actress to do. For me to feel that, like, you're about to make me have a panic attack by watching you go through this scene. But it's a lot. I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it.
It's
I love it.
the art of entertainment. It's broad, but you can find yourself in anything.
Yeah.
Whether it's the cartoons, whether it's the drama, whether it's whatever, you see yourself in these stories, and you see yourself in these characters. Like, I'm like, come on, call me Marvel.
Right.
Somebody. I could be one of those characters.
Right.
And you never know until you do it yourself how it really takes to become these characters.
Yeah, that part.
We were told that most professional actors and actresses take at least a month off between each character, because they be so engulfed that they will lose themselves in being this character.
Yeah.
Where they literally take on the physical aspects of this person. Like, I just seen it was another Creed, and then it's another guy that had to literally transform his body into a boxer. And we know him not for boxing or any athletic anything. He had to transform his body into this new character, and it almost scared him, because that's not what your body was looking like. That's not what you was carrying. That's not. And now for months, you are this person. You're no longer who you were born. And so even when us getting into, Shamanda's play, very soon I will no longer be Camila or Sunshine. I will be
absolutely Ruth.
Yeah, I'm going to be her. And then these come into the power invoking questions of, who is Ruth?
Yes.
How old is she?
Yes.
How does she feel about certain things?
Yes.
In this relationship with her husband? Yes. What is it?
Yeah.
And since we speaking on husband and wife,
that awkward pause though. That awkward pause. Uh-oh. You about to get it.
Yeah, so you already know we about to fall down the rabbit hole. Y'all
We
didn't
all
know
mad here.
y'all ain't know y'all
We
was in
all
a rabbit
mad
hole.
here. Huh?
Y'all ain't know y'all was in a rabbit hole.
I got my ginger and turmeric. Let's get it.
So, in the part I didn't read, it stated that you guys, within the first year that you guys met,
Mm-hmm.
and by the way, they're both veterans.
Hoorah!
Air Force, hoorah!
Ooh, hoorah!
That you guys knew that this was it. So walk us through those moments of knowing what you know.
Well, when Shamanda first saw me, she didn't know what to do with herself. I'm kidding.
Dead! Dead! My whole left side went no. My whole left side.
No, but I'm gonna let Shamanda tell it because she tells it way much better than I do. She really does.
That was good, that part, because I was like,
It was an awkward meeting.
Now, how you go from that time out? Hold up.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
How you go from his story of you didn't know what you was doing, and then you just go say it was an awkward moment? What the heck?
It was. It was awkward. He always has to add that part in there because he knows that it's hilarious because I'm getting ready to tell you why. He's talking about when I first seen him. Yes, darling, I was captivated, honey. I had to have him. Not saying that was not the case, but when I came into the day room, okay, so we met in the Air Force. January of 2000. January 2000 is when I actually seen his face in the day room. I was introduced to everyone except for him. Let me repeat that for the people in the back. I was introduced to everyone in the room except for him because of the person who was introducing me to everyone used to date him.
Oh.
So she introduced me to everyone in the room except for Ralph. So it was no big deal. I was like, okay, whatever. But when she left, I was like, hey, how you doing? And then Ralph was like, yeah, I'm Ralph. I said, okay, how you doing? It was probably maybe a few weeks later that I don't even know how it happened after that, which is weird. But it was probably like a few weeks later. I needed a ride to work. And I was running late as usual. I don't know what was going on with him that day, but I stood outside. It was me and Gina. We stood outside trying to find a ride to work. And he took us into work and said, thank you. That was about it. Come to find out, he stayed right below me in the dorms. A few more weeks went by and I don't know what happened, but we ended up at the club together. And he was like, listen, stay close to us because these dudes grab on you.
In DC.
And we were in DC. He was like, they grab on you. They do all these crazy things. And I was like, okay. So I stayed close to him the whole night. And luckily, it was a good thing because they started shooting. And so we had to leave. But yeah, we met. We became friends. Like we became friends and we had illegal cable that was in the dorm.
I forgot about that. That was good.
I had a hookup, so I had cable. So he would come to my room. We would watch wrestling and other movies, and it became that thing. We became probably married to film before we even married back in the dorm. So it was crazy.
We would always go out to eat and then catch and do dinner and a movie.
Yeah,
always,
literally. Tony Romo's.
Romas.
Sorry.
Roma was a quarterback.
Yeah, it was. We don't want him. He's a Cowboy.
Right.
But yeah.
He,
That's how I started.
Get evening main event. Sorry. He was saying blessings. Yeah, I do know who main event is, right?
Hey, that's N1?
Yes.
Tell him what up, though.
Right.
I will. Hopefully he's still here because he just popped in and just said something.
Okay. So,
but it is important. I want people to understand when love enters in, there's nothing you can do. There's no time frame where love supposedly, and when you know, you know. And it's a wonderful journey in earning somebody's love. I'll put it that way.
Wonderful journey in earning someone's love. Listen,
I think
you
that's
better write that down.
Girl, see, what did I just tell y'all? We be finishing each other. I just told you to write it down.
You need to write. You need to listen here. You need to write. Wait a minute, I'm already there. Hold on, I got you. Want me to text it to you because listen.
I promise you, I literally just said that sound. You know what? You need to write that down. And she telling me that's crazy.
I love that.
It's the. Oh, he said, "What up, though, King and Queen?"
Okay, what up, though? What's going on? Tell me to teach me how to play basketball.
Right. It's the appreciation of the art of not just entertainment of what we see on screen or on a stage. It is this display of love that we get to get up every morning and have that moment of art.
Yeah.
Because we have an audience of all ages.
You want to keep it clean?
I'm a dabble around in the appreciation of the art. Okay.
Okay, come on. Let's dabble. Oh, Shanda.
Yeah, that part.
Let's
Jesus.
dabble.
I don't need you to be offense right now. Hallelujah.
We'll keep it PG-13, Jesus.
That don't exist no more. They got everything in the PG-13, so I don't even know why they got that on there. But your display of love is cute. I'm gonna say how I'm gonna say this. So y'all, I was in there with the groceries in the back seat watching them, and it's this code within a code. If you know what the code is, right? And then we just shop, and you know how as adults everybody shops differently. You know the routine. These two right here. Now I'm trying to focus on myself, getting what I need to get and get out. I'm watching them just, babe, do you need, no, get this one over here. And then he goes over here looking at the peanut butter. I think that's what he was looking at. And I'm looking like, okay, this is cute. All right. And then it was, we go, and it's not how some guys, well, babe, you do the groceries, you know, bag them, you know, you pay for them and all of this stuff. He's right there just like helping. And then it was helping to the car, putting the groceries in. And the fact that you know what you know. Do I need to remind you? Do you need to remind me to remind you? Don't leave it. And so I'm in the back laughing. But again, it's cute.
Yeah.
And so, again, I told y'all I work with them. So it's things that you see in a couple that sometimes is no need for words. You just pay attention.
Mm.
It's always the playful display of love that almost like a college duo, like a college. That's how I describe y'all, like a college couple. For those who have never been in dorm life, who never went to college or found that one person that's right here, but still striving to be better than what you are now. This is what I see with them. When I hear certain things that even for Ralph, that he wants to pour and push his wife to be better than what she is now. Again, those are moments that you see, you hear, and you don't have to say nothing. You just take it in and put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
And then these moments right here is where
I don't like you right now.
I know. Sometimes
I don't like you right now. You making me look like Rudolph.
You have to take the brush and teach somebody else the love of art. And that is the love of art on all different levels, if y'all understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is art always easy?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
But at the end of it, it's something very unique and beautiful every time you touch a canvas.
Listen.
It's not
going beyond. Yeah, going beyond those lines is what makes it beautiful.
There's moments with Shamanda that we share all the time because of the fact that it's not too many words that I have to say because she already knows. In the moments of when you're going through in your body or life in general, you just want to know that somebody who's in the community care about you too. So in those moments, this is the simplest thing. My office doors open, and sometimes probably 5 hours out of the day I'm not in there. But however, we already discussed where I be at. However,
yeah, right.
I'll get a good morning, how you doing from Ralph every time going past the door. And I'd be like, hey, how you doing? And to keep on moving. No one has to do that. But he does. Shamanda, I catch her on the bathroom break. I hear her shoes. I hear her sniffling. I hear all of these things, and I know it's her because I'm around her for 5 hours or more. That I get to know her, and she'll stop in. Hey, how you feeling? I'm okay. I'm great. All right, and then we'll chop it up for a hot second, and then we're back to those moments of love and tokens of love in the art of entertainment. We need those moments to continue in our day. The month of February is very emotional for me. One, it was the month my father passed away, and it's passed by me, and I wasn't even thinking, but my body was. My body was going through, and I didn't understand why, because I'm like, I stopped eating all the stuff that I was. Why am I still going through? On the 1st was the anniversary of my dad's passing, and it was 8 years. Then today, if you know, this young lady, I had her since she was 3 months old. She turned 10 today, and I haven't seen her in years. And so I was like, okay, my body's still going through. And I posted the other day about 2 little babies. They're 2 months and 3 months. and I have my fixes of baby fever.
Mm-hmm.
It's in my moment of still waiting on my own twins and my own whatever. It's hard.
Not whatever. Not whatever. You need to go back and rewind that and say what you want to say.
Well, I know it's gonna be more than 2. That's what I meant.
Okay. All right.
So, however, it's been difficult, and
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, man, I'm tired of crying. I'm tired of this. Like, why am I so emotional? And then I remember, for one, love has and will continue to conquer everything.
Absolutely.
And when I look at y'all, it gives me hope and faith that one day. And you almost messed me up showing me your fingernail.
Mm.
And I played it off.
You did.
And I was like, why was so if you guys can, I know I'm tiptoeing around.
Yeah, it's okay.
If you could talk about the love beyond your loss
Mm.
and still waiting. Now I need some tissue.
Yeah, you do. Well, go ahead and get some Kleenex because you got me over here, red nose and dag on it.
Well, I'll begin on it. Well, the first loss, Shamanda took it way better than I thought she would. I mean, because we were both. Well, I'll say it for me. On the inside, I was messed up because first of all, it was when we went. She was having back pains, so we go to the hospital, and it was different, man. Because like she'll tell you, even though we were there, she was in pain. She was in peace. She had peace that surpasses all understanding because I didn't understand it. But the doctor came in. He was like, you know what? You guys are pregnant, and I was just like, I was happy, but find out it's an ectopic pregnancy, and they had to cut it out. So that hit me hard. Shamanda took it well. I don't know how you did it because she's hard headed. So it took time for us to get to the hospital anyway. It took some days.
What? Just
what?
Keep on talking. You're just what? You're not gonna do me like
that hard-headed part.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, and the tripped out party is, it was so close to Christmas. So that hurt.
Yeah.
That was like the best and worst Christmas present of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was strong, man. And I was so proud of her because that was a tough pill to swallow.
Little do you know is that every time you went out in the hallway to call somebody, I lost it.
Oh man.
Like,
wow.
I sat there and I snotted like something serious. But I would hold it together. Like, I would hold it together. So when you came back in the room, I'd be all hard again. Because you cried in front of me a little bit. But that was about all you did. And I was like, I don't know if you're crying out there or not. So I was like, you got to call Uncle Leonard. And I was like, then you call Yvette. Then you call my mama.
Mhm.
So I gave him a list, but it was hard. But the beautiful thing about it is, and he said it was peace, and it was the most. It's so hard to explain, but it was the most peaceful loss I've ever experienced, like in life. The doctor said that we would never get pregnant naturally. And I remember them saying, well, before this year is out, we're going to have us a baby, right? That had been prophesied over us and all of that for many years, many years. And when we became pregnant, it was a Sunday. It was a Sunday. We went to the hospital, and I was like, before we even got to the hospital, I prayed about which hospital to go to. This is where I was with my relationship with Christ at the time. I did not move until Christ said go. I didn't go in a direction until Christ said what direction to go in. I was so led by the Holy Spirit that I would not make any decision unless I heard from him first. He told me when to start a nursery. He told me everything, and I listened. When he spoke, I listened. You catch it? So it meant a lot for me to, right? Seriously, it meant a lot for me to be able to hold fast to what he was saying and then and act on it. So I was telling Raph, I said, you know what? Go ahead and eat. Go ahead and do whatever. I said, because it's going to be a long night. I said, I'm going to end up staying. So when I got to the hospital and I gave them my symptoms and everything, they took me straight to the back. It never happens at Henry Ford. Hello. It never happens. You be sitting in that lobby forever. But when I told them my symptoms, I said, I don't know what's going on, but I'm having abdominal pain and back pain. They said, okay, it's a possibility you could be pregnant. I said, I'm forever trying. Forever. Always trying. I said, yes, a possibility. They took me straight to the back. And when I went into the ultrasound, I actually saw the baby on the screen. And when I came back to the room with Ralph, I told him, I said, no matter what the doctor says, tell me you're going to be okay. And he said, I'm going to be okay. I said, no, tell me again, you're going to be okay. And he said, I'm going to be okay. So when the doctor came in, he was like, I'm sorry to tell you this, you're pregnant, but it's not viable. So we're going to have to go in. And I said, okay. And I looked at him. And I went into full-fledged worship. Like, laid it all out. And went into worship. So, I mean, that was the difference between that one and the second one. The second one, I lost my mind.
Yeah, I was in denial.
I completely lost my mind on that second miscarriage. Because we had to go through IVF. See, I have endometriosis and fibroids. And both of my tubes are closed. So when a doctor said that I couldn't get pregnant naturally, he really meant that. That it would literally have to be supernatural. A supernatural event to come down and touch my womb. And that's what we're praying for. But that second miscarriage in 2018 probably took my mind. It did. It took my mind. But I've gotten it back, so it was just all good. But during that time, it was hard.
Yeah, we actually documented it on the channel.
Yeah, we did.
So yeah, there's like a whole playlist of us during that process, and even the end result. Because with that one, you know, we actually got the call that hey, we're pregnant.
Yeah,
it was glorious.
Yeah.
Because they called and left a message.
Yeah.
And she waited until I got home to play the message so that I could hear it. And yeah, that was glorious. That was glorious. And then so we went in for just a checkup to see how they were doing, and then that's when they couldn't find a heartbeat anymore. And I wanted the second and third opinion.
He did.
Like it was nothing because my faith. I was like, whatever. Let's
Yeah.
go get another opinion. It's all good. Whatever. I don't know what they're talking about. So we went to another doctor and the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's when it really dawned.
It was. Yeah, I think it was hard enough to have to go all through this process of IVF, which was something that, if you've never went through IVF, and if you're considering IVF, please have a great support system. Someone that you can call. If you don't have a relationship with Christ, make sure that you have someone that you can call and that would actually pick up the phone and be there to talk with you throughout the whole process. Because not only are you going through something physically, but the devil really plays hardball with your head. The whole entire time I'm going through IVF, I kept hearing, and I'm pretty sure it's probably a known phrase where the enemy attacks. Your body doesn't work. God did not make you in his image. Your body is broken. And you're alone. Those are lies from the pit of hell. Because you are created in his image. You are made whole in his image. Because Christ is not missing or lacking anything. And because of that, you are completely whole. Regardless of what the doctors say, regardless of your diagnosis, you are not your diagnosis. You are not anything that the doctor says. If the doctor says, my boldness and my faith, I would literally sit and tell the doctor you are a liar to their face. Because that's how bold my faith was and is. Because I have to tell them the opposite of what they're trying to tell me. It's between faith and science. But guess where science came from? If God did not create it, it wouldn't be. So you have to go to the creator who created your body and send your petition to them. Send it to them. So whenever the doctor was saying, okay, well, this is what's going on. Your endometriosis is flaring up. Okay, your fibroids is this, your fibroids is that. It's just the opposite. You have to go in and be like, okay, well, I don't have endometriosis. I don't have fibroids. And this is just another step that I have to get over to get to that promise that you have made for me. Mm-hmm. That just poked me in the head just now. Because you have to. You have to be able to be that bold in any situation of loss of anything. Especially if it's something that you know that God is, he wants to give you the desires of your heart. He wants to. Why? Because I believe it's pleasing to him. But he wants to give you the desires of your heart. So you have to stay focused on the creator and not, or just have to be focused on the promise keeper and not the promise. Because I've wasted numerous of years not planning something because I was waiting for me to become pregnant. Oh, well, I can't go to your reunion next year because I plan on being pregnant this month. And this month from this month, I would have had the baby already and I'll be at home.
I think
yeah,
in those moments of, I've never got to the starting gate yet. And it was, what's wrong with me? Why can't I? And then you look around, everybody in your circle had kids over and over again. Mm-hmm. And half of them, why? I just saw a story. Somebody dropped a newborn little girl at the fire station.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm not crying today.
Mm.
And I thought, well, hey, I don't want, I don't want it this way. I always said, well, I want my children to have their grandfathers, and because I never had a grandfather. They were already gone by the time I was born. I wanted my children to have their grandfather. Nope.
Yeah.
And you like, well, if I would have picked that person, what it would have happened? I don't know, but I can't go down the rabbit hole thinking and wishing and hoping if I would have was with this person, what it would have happened. It might have still not happened.
Mm-hmm.
The story I thought is so ironic that the art of what God was telling me on Sunday or showing me on Sunday was about Hannah, which is one of my favorite stories. Why is that my favorite story? Well, Hannah wanted a child.
Let's talk about it.
And Elkanah like, bro, what you mad for? What you sad for? I give you more than anybody.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Enough? Like, no.
Yeah.
You got this chick in my house, and she got plenty of kids, and she torturing me, and I don't like it. So, well, since you can't do nothing, and the beginning verse said that the Lord shut her womb up. It wasn't nothing or sin that she did or any of her forefathers. None of that. God shut up her womb.
Mm-hmm.
So we know then the custom was like you get married, you bring forth children.
Mm-hmm.
In that moment where the enemy do play with your mind like you are broke and you not going to bring forth children. I don't care what your heart desire is. Like, shut the hell up. Really.
Yeah, let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real.
And then it's like, what did she have to do? So she went up to Shiloh and she worshiped, she prayed. And at the time, the priest thought she was going forth so much that he thought she was drunk. But she wasn't. And then when he had a conversation with her, he basically apologized and was like, well, God heard your prayer. Go back home. When she went back home, she got pregnant with one of the most powerful prophets of that time, which was Samuel. And the reason I'm feeling like you keep seeing these babies, and I was just prophesied again on Sunday that I was going to have twins. And I'm always like, stop telling me. Because
Listen.
I've been hearing that since 2002.
Oh, listen.
I've been hearing this. I was like, all right. Said it again. You're going to have a boy and a girl. I'm like, okay. Okay. But see, the truth be told, I don't even know why we going here. But the truth be told, I almost was Sarah at one point. Sarah wanted a child. Abram wanted a child. And he was like, God, you taking too long. So I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to go, you know what? Have my maid servant.
Okay, listen, go on and lay with her.
Go ahead and have a child with her. I'm okay with it. Knowing dang well you ain't, no. Because that still ain't through you. But I almost did it.
Listen,
I was willing.
We don't need no more Ishmaels. Right.
Right. And he was like, so you just gonna do what you want to do. Now, this child, again, out of wedlock, because that maid servant wasn't your wife.
Yeah.
Now, she's torturing Sarah, and she like, you got to get rid of this. Really? You told me to do it. Now you got Ishmael. Now you got Ishmael, and he like, now you gonna be desert people.
I ain't talk about him none.
Nope.
He was not the one that was promised.
The other part is, even in that, God still loved him enough to forgive him in the act that he did. And even in that, in old age, he still kept the promise.
Mm-hmm.
And changed their name. Hello.
And changed their name.
Abram, Sarai, Abraham to Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you the message is the end of the month is what's in the name.
What's in it?
Mm.
And the thing was, you got to live up to what he saw. He purposed. His name, Abraham, means father of nations.
That's what it says.
So now God is not going to make you a liar. So all of us is a part of his nation. He had to change his name, just like Israel, well, aka Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in the club had a name change.
Yep, everybody had a name change. So everybody. So it's the love on display that I know for a fact that God is not a liar. Even in our losses, he's going to give us what he promised. So every time I see Shamanda or I hear her talk and I see Ralph go by the hallway, it's like God give them what they desire. Because love conquers everything.
Absolutely.
Even in the point of love keeps making me stay. Love keeps making me try. Even if I'm scared to see what the results are.
Mm. Love also has to make sense. It has to make sense. There shouldn't be no question mark behind it. Shouldn't be no comma. Should be a period. It's a statement. And that is what it is. It has to make sense. Because guess what? God is not a God of confusion. That's what he is not. He is not a liar. Therefore, he will not make your life a bunch of lies. It is your decision. It's your choice to welcome the enemy's declarations over your life.
Mm-hmm.
That marking or whatever, that mark was already ours from the very beginning. From him being the middleman on that cross, on that hill. We were already marked with that. So any other markings don't even matter. That weapon that is formed against you shall not prosper.
Absolutely. And
so that love is a statement. That love is a statement. That love is a statement. And it's a commandment.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag love is commandment.
But it has to make sense. That child that's going to come forth is going to be very powerful in the prophetic because of children are going to be because of the weight and the things that had to go through to even get them here.
Mm-hmm. That sounds familiar.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, your story displayed on the art. There's a beautiful pain. Yes, God. That people are so afraid to talk about. Because some people feel like that pain is a shame. Because we know what customs say we're supposed to do. And back then, if a wife couldn't, she could be put to death. But your pain, your loss on display as art is a must.
We are God's creation.
Mm-hmm.
We are his masterpiece. Still being molded. That is art. Still on that pin, still on that wheel. Still being molded. It's beautiful. Even though we may not see it, from day to day, it's beautiful.
It really is.
The reason why I didn't take that first loss as a loss, it was a victory in my eyes. It was a victory. For the simple fact that doctor said we couldn't get pregnant. It was a victory. I was calling people, celebrating not the loss, but celebrating the pregnancy. And I know people were like, she must be high. It's the legal stuff, girl. It's in the IV. They gave it to me in the hospital. I'm good. But to express how that was a testimony. That was a testimony. I don't know if I helped anyone that night when I was calling people high on the drugs. I was high. I was. But I sobered up enough to tell people the story. Listen, the doctor said I couldn't get pregnant, but I was. I was able to get pregnant. We naturally was able to get pregnant. And I just kept going. It was just that piece. That piece of the worship, the piece of everything. Mm-hmm. It is beautiful. It's also beautiful not to give up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how long.
That's one thing I refuse to do.
I don't care if you've been trying for a month or 2 months. And if that is your heart's desire, it will come to pass. Mm-hmm.
It definitely, excuse me. It is. I don't know how in the world we got here, but however, I never know. He does what he wants to. I have two, actually 3.
Okay.
What does uplifting and empowerment mean to you guys? Take it.
Uplift and empowerment and empower. Encourage someone. Show someone, like I really do believe that that you can uplift and empower someone and not even know it. Like I always would say that people, like looking back, like you could go back and look at like a yearbook. Like you may not, you can look at different people. You may not remember different conversations or things with them, but you can always remember how they made you feel.
Absolutely.
And I believe that wholeheartedly. Like when you remember someone, you remember how they made you feel.
Yeah.
So the uplift and empower, if I could do that just by my personality, I feel like I've done a great thing. I believe we all can do that on a daily basis. Just through consistency, just being who you are, you can uplift and empower someone and not even know it.
Mm-hmm. Run it.
Go ahead.
No, go run. I like that.
I'm good.
I like that. You spoke for us.
Oh, appreciate it.
So this one for the balanced life. What does that look like for y'all, Shamando?
Listen. Listen. Trying to get to the point where I don't talk about work while I'm at home. Okay, listen. It's not really that serious. But we work right across the hallway from each other. So things that we may not be able to discuss at work, I'll be like, hey, listen, on our way home. But a balanced life is I'm sorry for y'all Christian people. But listen, when I work out, or depending on what kind of mood I'm in, I listen to my my reggae, along with my Christian rock. And I might even mix a little Busta Rhymes in there. A little T.I. It's probably not even appropriate, but it happens. Balanced life, just making sure you have fun. We do have a motto, but I think everybody has it. I mean, we work hard, but we play harder.
Mm-hmm.
We always play harder. So when it's not work time, we're going to play.
We like food.
We do eat.
And escape rooms.
We do that too.
I've never been.
What?
They're fun.
Oh my God.
Wanted to, but no, never been.
It's amazing. It works on our communication too.
Mm-hmm.
I love it because where you find your weakness, he's like, you know, he's stronger in that area. Like geography, if it's a map or something, you got that. You good. Please handle that. But if it's like, I don't know, remembering numbers and colors and stuff like that, I'm good at that. So it's sort of like when we go into the escape room, we see the things that we need to figure out, and he already knows that I can't do the locks. So he'll work the locks. I'll figure out the combination, and he'll figure out the locks and stuff. So it just works out. But we do that a lot. We like being invited to things, but sometimes we just don't feel like going. We're just like introverts. Honestly, we are. But when we're outside, we outside.
Mm-hmm.
We're outside. Just a whole balanced life altogether. God, prayer life, even if it's just a brief prayer in the morning on our way to work. Riding together has been fun though. Somewhat. You see his face? He was like, yeah, I ain't feeling that.
No, it is.
I talk a lot in the morning on my way into work, and he's like, shut up. Like, be quiet. Like, why?
It's too early.
It's too early. I do him the way
I get up early, but that don't mean I'm up to talk.
I treat him like I treat him the way I don't be like, when you see me in the morning, I don't want y'all to speak to me, but I done talked his head off already. So he's like,
that's why I was looking like you was talking early in the morning.
It's him. It's him. He be like, he be like, oh my God. He's like this. Riding in, I'm just talking his head off. He's like, but one thing we will always argue about, no lie, no cap, whatever the little younglings are saying. Every day, what's for dinner? It's an argument already. Like we don't even know what we're going to eat tomorrow.
Well, you just won't eat then.
Laughter.
Yeah,
Laughter
it's good. It's good. That's why I said people.
Laughter is good.
If you didn't know, people are watching you. They're really watching you, not to fall or fail or anything like that, but it's all good. Like, and it's a natural thing. That's the good thing about it. It's nothing forced. Like I said, you guys look like a college couple, actually.
We felt like it in the Air Force.
I'm not even gonna ask why, but yeah.
Hey, it was fun in the dorms. It was the college life. In the dorms.
Pretty much.
Did I say everything I was supposed to say?
Supposed to say? What you supposed to say, Ruth?
Listen. Sometimes it comes out, sometimes it don't. I never know because I don't take notes. I just show up. Whatever God wants to talk about, He has free reign. And I think some things is what needs to be said. because for whatever reason, people be thinking that superheroes don't have issues. And that's further from the truth. And at this point, if people really care, they will ask questions. And most people don't. They just assume. Like, no, I'd rather know than assume. So I couldn't imagine what, a loss like that would feel like. I'm trying to get to the point of just saying, hey, you pregnant. That part. Like, wow. So we not sexing right? What we do? Is there a book that I'm missing?
Is there a position that I need to be in? Hello?
Did I miss it? Like,
what if you want a girl or a boy? Do you know they have books like that? If you want a girl or a boy, yeah, it's different positions you got to be in.
That's what I heard, but is that really?
But I
don't believe it.
I mean, honestly, if you're really trying to have pregnant, are you going? I mean, really trying to have pregnant. If you're really trying to get pregnant, would you really remember what position you were in to actually have conceived?
I don't believe it for the fact that God knows what He wants you to have.
Yeah, that I mean, it's just
they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, everybody's body is different, so you gonna tell me?
Hey, but I was loving it though. I was. I'm being honest. Why? We married. I was honest.
I was. You mean you is?
Yeah.
You are?
Well, as far as
no, I don't. Hush up, girl.
Okay, well, listen.
Hush it up. Hush it. Hush it.
I'm talking about the book.
This me you talk to. Now hush up.
What was it? Kama Sutra.
Yeah, but like Kama Sutra.
Yeah. Something weird.
That man. It happens. It happens. He don't care. You ain't gonna know. Like you gonna remember. I want a boy the next time. What was we doing before? You don't even know the time it happened.
Right.
Hey, please.
Ralph swear up and down it was R. Kelly that got us pregnant. We went to see him in concert when he was here.
It's a mood thing. Let me tell y'all something. We all know. Okay, we're gonna go there. So there's this discussion of most people. It's mental more than it is physical, right? So we're not doing no Mahalia Jackson. Talking about we going in the upper room. And we going in the other heavens. Oh no. Shirley Caesar.
I'm sorry.
The waters has instantly dried up. What?
What in the world?
No, I need Teddy Pendergrass to tell you to turn the lights off.
Okay,
turn them off. Did you hear what I said? I said
TP.
Turn them off. Yes. What else you need me to do?
Okay.
Ain't gonna be no lights. No lights at all. I'm sorry.
None.
We need,
got a
what we need? We need candles. Huh? What we need?
That's it.
And we need, the mood set. Like we not. There's moments when you could just jump off the cliff, but today ain't the day. I'm gonna need you.
It ain't it.
No, ain't no jackhammers around here. We don't need none of that. Okay. We gonna teach a class on the appreciation of art. And that's that. Now y'all figure it out later. Anywho, I have church announcements because I have held y'all an hour and it's just having fun. You just never know. It happens.
It does.
Nope, that ain't it. What should you do? So, I don't remember the year now. I think it's been a year, over a year. God gave me the ability to write my first single book. I have written in other books, but those type of books I don't want to talk about. So anyway, that was yeah. Are you raising your hand?
No,
she threw some Kleenex at you.
I threw Kleenex.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's how I know you got to turn the lights off. Okay. Get out of here. That's a whole nother ball game. So anyway, the Blueprint Guys design is out on Amazon. You can put my name in the title or the link, and it'll be appreciated. It's my journey for I think 8 or 9 chapters of God just sitting me down and saying, reset. You're going in the wrong direction. And it's okay to get back to the blueprint. You don't have to waste time, waste material, waste money, wasting the connections that you need while you still trying to do your own thing. There's no point. Also, I wanted to bring out that one of the chapters is about fear, and that fear has been mentioned in the Bible 365 times, which in my mind, you have to deal with fear almost every day. It is still a choice. He didn't give it to us, but it's still a choice that you accept or you don't accept. Fear does a lot of things to us that is not of God. And so we have to still recognize, as we say, when he speaks. Did you catch that? Did you catch it? Okay, great. Ta-ding! If you want to continue to see this platform evolve and get to TV land, you can donate at the Cash App at Sunshine Camila, Kamilah. That is how you really spell my name. For those who did not know, I thank you in advance for all of that. And of course, as main event came through today, my big brother, Blacktop Streetball Association, BTSBA.com. They are coming back out this spring as owners of all of it. We're getting our culture back. No longer will anyone come in and steal like they did in AM1. The professor, all those wonderful names that you remember will come back as owners of teams, and we're going to start it all over again. So I need you guys to go to the website and find out what cities they will be coming to start the tour. And your girl is a part of that as well. When I tell you favor ain't fair, it ain't fair. I'm just saying. If you have somebody that you want to see on the platform, you can inbox me on Facebook, Sunshine Camila, Kamela. And why do I spell it differently? That is for all those who do not know how to pronounce my name. If you can't get it this way, you just ain't gonna get it.
That's facts.
And I'm just saying, don't be around my mama or my aunties when you misspell it, okay? Or can't pronounce it, because you will get corrected. Praise the Lord. IG Sunshine Camila, or Keeping It Real Conversations. And you don't want to cross my mama. That's all I'm telling you. You don't want to cross her.
That's it.
You can email me at CamilaFoster51@gmail.com. Yeah, let's get this up. Let's run with it. Let's show love to one another, because you don't know what people are going through. Simple hello that Ralph and Shamanda does to me almost every day. You never know what that does to a person. If you smile, even if your grill is messed up, you never know what that does to another person. I'm just saying, ain't my teeth, but some people's mouth is jacked up. But however, it was the point that you said hello with a messed up grill. It's okay. I'll still accept you, and I'll still say hello if your mouth is messed up. Yeah, I said it. Anywho, I was gonna wear my wig today, but I chose not to because I need to be free. Y'all understand? Y'all don't understand the pressure and the heat that comes with a wig.
Listen.
I said not tonight. Y'all ain't ready for the natural yet, because it needs to be cut. So I'm gonna throw this hat on.
I love the hat.
I'm gonna call it. Thank you very much. I'm gonna call it a night because I was like, I'm not dealing with that wig, and then all of this be itching and stuff. Man, y'all be over here scratching like I got fleas or something. We're not doing this tonight.
I'm like, girl, if you don't take that wig off.
Listen, and I have done it. I'll be on live and take it off.
Okay.
Like, I don't care.
Listen.
So wonderful, Shamanda and Ralph. You guys have the last say so of the evening, the last dance before we get off these roller skates. What y'all got?
You guys can follow us at Married to Film on YouTube. Like we stated, we react to movies, TV shows. You can follow us on Instagram, Married to Film, Facebook, Married to Film, everywhere, Married to Film.
Everywhere.
Right.
Everywhere. We are married to film.
Right. What you got to add? That's it.
No, I guess that's about it. We do love food, though.
Oh yeah.
We do love food. We may start doing the food reactions, going out to restaurants.
Yeah.
And seeing what that be like. But we want to add some people to the platform when we do it, so it's just not us. But we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna work it out. I mean, we still got the rest of this year.
Mm-hmm.
Second month of the year, we're gonna do it big.
Let's go.
We're gonna do it big. So like, subscribe, and share, and all that good stuff. And yeah, we be back on the couch. Come and cook some popcorn and come and join us on the couch.
Right.
All the way live. All the way
She didn't mention it, but April 20th.
Oh yeah.
To mark your calendars. I need soon. The flyer got to go out so we can start selling these tickets to one of the best and anointed stage plays. Not only because I'm in it, but because Shonda wrote it. She's sitting next to the voice of God. Stop.
Hey!
She's sitting next to the voice of God. Literally.
Listen.
Awesome prayer warriors in this play that's going to go forth mightily.
Woo! My
husband on display. Oh my. Is a nutball, Larry Jackson. Again, this when she told me about it, I was like, yeah, this is it. This is it. And I'm looking forward to see what God is going to do, where God is going to take it. And this is the year of open doors.
Absolutely.
And I'm ready to run through. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put my rollerblades on.
Listen,
my inline skates. I'm about to get a bike. I'm about to do all types of stuff through the door. Okay. I might learn how to flip.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do that.
Why not?
Girl, did you see this weight on me? What I look like flipping?
Girl, listen. We can still do it.
A cartwheel, a half of a cartwheel.
Come on, let's challenge. Let's make it up. I'm serious. I want to do it too.
Just stretch first.
I would stretch. I would take ibuprofen. I would take a muscle relaxer or whatever, but I would drop these 20 pounds off these knees and we're going to flip.
No.
Come on.
What happened? God.
You got me hyped.
Me and him going to have to talk after this. He told me to be quiet, and I just kept on talking. So therefore, I have to deal with flipping through the door. Yeah. So, you guys, I love y'all.
Love you too.
Next time I go to the grocery store, I make sure I buy more. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I think I bought like 5 things. They over there for real grocery shopping. I'm over there like, I do 5 things. Yeah. But anyway, I will be back on this Friday. Who do I have Friday? Oh, Javon Long. will be here Friday at 7. We're gonna talk about the films that he's in and all the wonderful things he got coming up. Yeah, again, this is about to be an awesome month. Started off kind of rocky, but God is gonna definitely get the victory, especially if I have anything to do with it. So if I start in the office running around, and you know I don't wear shoes, so if I have on some rollerblades or something, just know it didn't happen.
Hey, I'm all for it.
That look on your face, I should have took a picture of it. Where's my phone?
Wait, who's mine or Ralph's?
Yours.
Oh.
I'm glad you didn't get on the veneers, because them must would have fell out by now. Your girl.
Listen, the way my mouth was feeling earlier today, for me to be smiling, this was a blessing.
I'm glad that the vocals came up, because you're not in the basement no more. So praise the Lord for healing. Yes, God. Thank you for healing.
Amen. Listen.
You are wonderful, God, and we just thank you, Lord, for her being healed, and Ralph gonna be healed the rest of the week so he can come to work.
Right.
Praise the Lord.
This joker wanted to get sick, so he
Hey,
said, "Give me what you got."
It's the Super Bowl weekend, even though we ain't there, but it's okay.
I ain't watching it.
We're not watching.
Oh, I probably won't.
I'm a hater.
They ain't getting no play in this ride.
Well, I just want to see Usher. That's the truth.
That part, maybe. If he roller skates,
Usher gonna kill it, and his album is dropping that day. So yeah. So you guys, I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You're literally one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny, proving it over and over again since 2020. Again, let somebody know that we're on, share the broadcast, do all those wonderful things. Let's go viral. Can we do that?
let's do it.
Can we go viral?
Can we do it?
Because I need some things, and I would love to be at home doing what I love to do and not.
Listen. I got my hands up to receive.
Yes, so sooner than later.
Yeah.
This is going to be a reality, and I'm speaking it forth right now in Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name.
Thank you.
Amen.
So I will send y'all the link when we get off, and I will see y'all in the morning.
For sure. Thank you,
All
Boo Boo.
You're welcome. Peace.
Peace.